Hi guys, this is Jackie Murray with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide through these 32 lessons in the 5th grade technology curriculum. We're on lesson 4, and that's on student blogs. These are great tools for 5th graders, even 4th graders, although I don't think we have it in the 4th grade curriculum, and older students. They have so much going for them with speaking and listening skills, not necessarily that they're speaking or listening, but they are speaking with their writing. They are listening by reading the writing and commenting. They, their writing skills, their perspective taking, those types of things are really valuable with blogging. So it's gone way past the idea of journaling, that we open a blog, we journal about whatever's on our mind. Now, for in the classroom, it's more on a specific topic, evidence-based, showing good writing skills, that sort of thing, in a format that students enjoy, where they can write, add pictures, add videos, decorate, put colors in, they can make a fancy profile picture for themselves, a fun way that they can keep a record of what they did all year. So that's today's student blogs. So vocabulary, there are going to be words, new words, avatars, blog itself, and weblog. Those are specific to blogs. So you want to make sure you cover those and use them often so students are used to them. Problem solving, I don't see my blog post. Probably you have to approve student blog posts before they appear, because you want to make sure they're appropriate to the 5th grade community. Why can't I use my picture in a blog? And this is a great opportunity to discuss digital privacy, plagiarism of pictures, that sort of thing. And this specifically refers to their school picture of themselves, and that's absolutely privacy. Someone made a mean comment, discuss that, repercussions of that, can figure it out. Here we are, problem solving. So have we done problem solving in here? It looks like that comes up in a couple units. So prepare students for the idea of every problem has a solution. So let's see, login didn't work. Lots of answers to that one. So you just be aware that will be a problem for 5th graders. A new tool is blogging, but then there's a lot of scaffolded skills. By 5th grade, there's mostly scaffolded skills. So be aware these are things that you expect them to know. It's in their books too. They know your scaffolding, problem solving, keyboarding, digital citizenship. They know that this is not the first lesson, so you're expecting them to use their knowledge to transfer it to this lesson. Assessment strategies, completed the hardware quiz. Annotated in the workbook. 5th graders should absolutely be annotating in these workbooks. There's a video on how to annotate, so just make sure that you do it yourself and students do it in the easiest way possible, which is in the PDF reader that you use, whatever that is in your school. If it's Adobe Acrobat, that is the easiest way to annotate. Use their native tool. You even have a little highlighter up here that they can highlight something if they want. Let's see. So I might highlight that. Okay, blogging, I really have to know that one. So they're free to highlight. They'll erase it all at the end of the year or at the end of the lesson, whatever you decide for your classroom. And then these are the standard ones. I think I need to undo. Is that a toggle switch? Yeah, it is a toggle. Okay. There. Okay, so let's see. And then preparation. Okay. Warm up, keyboarding, home row. They're probably still on home row. So that's, you're going to use it, whatever your keyboarding program is, only home row. Okay, so you're going to do the hardware assessment, give them only 5 to 10 minutes. They know this stuff. I'd even say 5 minutes. When they're done, they can work on their keyboarding. Practice their keyboarding for the last 5 or 10 minutes that the rest of the students are finishing up. They know the hardware. They should have it right there available in their minds, spelled correctly. So if they don't, then you want to find that out, because if they couldn't write 6 names down in 5 minutes, you really want to know that. While they're typing, turn the music on, because by fifth grade you're thinking touch typing. A great way for students to increase speed and accuracy with touch typing is typing with a rhythm, typing a steady rhythm. They don't speed up when it's easier and slow down when it's harder. They think that is better, but it isn't. And by typing to music, they will get in the habit, because it's fun to listen to music. They'll type with the rhythm, and they'll very quickly see that they actually type better when they type slower at a steady pace rather than slow, fast, slow, fast. So a really good time. So turn the music on and have them type into that while everyone else finishes up the hardware quizzes. Now they're going to start their problem solving sign-ups. You'll either do that at the front of the classroom or online somewhere, maybe Padlet or Sign Up Genius or Google Forms, whatever works for you. You're going to do sign-ups for that. This form is in your book. It's also in the students' books. So they can, once they know what the problem is and the presentation date that they have, they can fill right in here with their annotation tool over at Fill and Sign in this case. They also can, does this one have notes at the end? No. And then send it to themselves. Take a screenshot of that and send it to themselves so that they have that, because the next student might come in and put their name and confuse your information. This is what it's graded on. Now students don't need that, but you have that form too, so that you can use this in grading them. Duplicate this on your iPad, walk around the classroom while they're doing their problem-solving board, and grade them as they present. Then you don't have any grading left over. They're done. It's fresh in your mind. You're done. And they're going to, the way the problem-solving board works is they take a problem from your list. You'll provide them with a list. It might include common problems they're going to face right in your book in between kindergarten and fifth grade. By fifth grade, you want all of these in their skill set. You want them to know all of these solutions. Also include short keys and solutions to hardware problems. So those will be on their problem solving board. They'll pick the one they want. Pick one they know or don't know. It really doesn't matter, because what matters is they're going to share the solution with their classmates. So no two people can pick the same problem. So you're going to have 26 problems and solutions, or 20, or whatever size your class is. They're going to find the answer either through classmates, through parents, through other adults, and you as a last resort. So there's never an excuse why they can't get their problem solved. They're going to stand up in front of the class then on their prescribed date. They're going to introduce themselves. They're going to use good speaking and listening skills. They're going to introduce their problem, present the solution, and then ask for questions. Takes 3 to 5 minutes for each student. It's a good warm-up for class, because they get up there, they are done, and they move on. So you'll do 3 people, which is a little longer than what you want for a normal warm-up, but it's okay. You're going to do about 3 people each week, and that's how the class starts. And let's see, students can sign up in groups, but then each student still presents their problem. So if they can have one student who prepares all the problems and solutions, another that does all the presentations, and the third one, I'm not sure what they do, but they all have to do their work. And that's fine. Some students just really can't stand up in front of a group, but they don't mind doing the research. So whatever, as long as you're convinced that everyone knew those problems and solutions. Let's see, I think, and this is probably the 3rd year they've had this one. Little different problems, because this year you're going to take note of the problems your 5th graders have, put them in a list, and then they will be on this list for next year. These are generic ones that I've collected, but you're going to have a different list that fits your 5th graders. By the end of this year, you'll have that list all put together. So I think, all right. If you did the speed quiz last week, go over that with students. If this is your week to do evidence board, do that with the students. So you're cleaning up all this stuff, and then introduce the concept of blogging. So now we're to our lesson. We're talking about blogging. Blogging, you're not going to start and finish blogging this lesson. You're going to introduce it, and then throughout the year, students will do blogging in their blogs. So discuss the idea of blogging. Blogging is not journaling. Journaling is completely different. It's where you kind of talk about whatever you want and you don't worry about spelling and grammar. Blogging is not like that. Blogging is addressing a certain topic using good writing skills, and then as a group discussing it, going to the blogs of classmates and then adding comments and responding to comments of other classmates, all in a friendly, positive, supportive manner. So you have this article that might help you with some background on that. I have included some blogs you might want. Class Blogmeister is no longer around, just closed this year. But Weebly is, Weebly Blogs for Education is. So you can try that one. And Kid Blogs is another good option. So find your blog, and it's Weebly and Kid Blogs, and I think EduBlogs have a teacher dashboard where you can keep track of your students blogging from your teacher dashboard. Blogger, I don't think does, but it does come as part of the Google Apps for Education. It has to be turned on though. Okay, so blogging is private though. Students never use full names. They never use enough information that anyone who reads their blog could find them, the park name or the soccer team name or anything like that. They don't put their school picture up. Now, you're going to set your blogs to private, but you're going to practice as though they weren't. And I know there are a lot of fifth grade classes who don't have their blogs private, which personally I appreciate, because it gives me a chance to see what fifth graders are blogging about. But it does present you with those privacy issues, and then you don't really want to put pictures up that can be, someone can see the pictures and hone in on certain students. A lot of image editors have tools that let you blur faces out, so that's a good start. But if you're going to go the public route, you need to look into those options for privacy. If you're going to go to the privacy route, you still are careful because you want students trained to be careful. So you start with a profile picture, which this looks nothing like the student who created it, and that's exactly what you want. So it could be their alter ego, whatever it is. Use a profile, an avatar creator. These are some examples. There's a whole lot more. Pick one that you like, and students will enjoy doing that, and then they will figure out how to put it on their blog. There's a spot in the back end of the blog that the students will see or find for uploading their image. Let them figure that out, or one student will figure it out and then start sharing it with everyone else. So you want them to do that. You don't have to teach them anything about these blogs except log on. Set up your log on. Here's the back end, start writing. Yes, you can put pictures and videos and figure it out. So let these fifth graders be critical thinkers and problem solvers. Before they start blogging, though, they have to sign a blogging agreement. Here's an example from Scholastic. I have one here, which is from Academy of Discovery. So you can use this. They have to sign this or they can't blog, and then you'll have to give them a different option. And better yet, revise this to suit your needs. You can copy it, paste it into a Word doc, and then edit it to suit your needs so that it fits. And then no student is allowed to blog without that. It gets them all thinking about it, and there are parents who will object to blogging. It's their right. They run their families. They are taking charge of their kids, so you want to respect that. All right, so a good way to start is you'll have a blog set up on the same platform the students use. Have a topic there, and then have the students go into your blog and comment on your topic. This way they can see how to comment to start with. They'll comment through their blog login, and they'll see how they have a conversation now about whatever your post was. and they'll read the comments of classmates. Do that for a couple weeks so they can see how it goes, see if they can add a picture to the comments, see what else they can do that's fun. And then they'll start putting their own blog posts in. And once they start putting their own blog posts, then they will also go to classmate blogs and add comments. They must be substantive comments, not just love what you're saying, great idea. They have to use evidence, refer back to the post for examples, and be good substantive comments, just as they would in using writing skills from Common Core. It expects them to have pithy, substantive comments, and you will expect it of their blogs. There's a rubric for grading, and you have it, and I do believe the students have it too. And there's theirs. So they know right away how you're going to grade them. They'll have no doubts about what you're expecting out of their blog to get a good grade on it. Grade them as often as you want, once a year, 3 times a year, whatever works for you. And I think that's probably about it. I'm looking real quickly. I think we're done. There are differentiation options and different, if you don't want to blog in your class, here's some alternative activities you can do that will accomplish the same goals as this lesson would. Exit ticket, have students email you their problem-solving board, date, and question. Not that you're going to be the keeper of all this information. That means they can come and ask you, only because you want to know. That's the only reason. And if they have it all on the calendar, you might change this to be have students post their problem-solving board, date, and question to the class calendar. Then you don't email me with it. Just make sure it's on the class calendar. Okay, guys, let's see. We've talked about all this. We're good. All right. Took me a little longer than normal. Sorry about that. We had a lot of material to cover. Have a great week, and I look forward to your questions on our discussion board. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.